library car. Oh my god, that guy from fucking Sonic Forces. All this stuff's getting heavy. I'll dump what I need. Everyone's favorite journalist reporter, Amy Rose, is hot on the scoop. I'm heading out. You've been fabulously helpful. Already? Before you go, SBO and I wanted to give you your presents. My presents? You're both too sweet. Thank you. Vector, it seems we have more guests. Amy, there you are. Want to join us in finding clues? Flattered, but at the pace you two are going, Sonic's murderer will never get found. Oh, she's confident. She must have something up her sleeve. This tip is just too juicy to ignore. I'll see you all around. Don't worry, Sonic. I'll be the one to avenge you, and be quick. But how are you going to leave? The door to the next car is locked. Oh, you doubt the birthday girl? The birthday girl has a master key. Right. The birthday girl gets the birthday key. Of course, it's a birthday privilege. I'll solve this case before anyone else. Bye? Amy may be hasty, but she's been thorough. Now, what are you two doing? Looking mighty suspicious, I say. I'm the detective, so I can't be the murderer. And I'm, here to ask if anyone's hungry. Starved. I kill for a chicken parmesan right about now. Maybe kill isn't the right language to use right now. I'm Vector, the butcher. I'm licensed to handle raw meat. And I'm SBO, the poet. Yeah, poetry. A resonant message from poet to reader, meant to challenge our delicate perspectives with the most rhythmistic of prose. Can I hear some? Sure. Teardrops in the spring. Can you hear me sing? La la la, dee 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 dee. Was that it? I have more if you like. Cherry blossoms in the spring. I'm satisfied for now, thanks. At least he's rhyming, I suppose. Crazy and I are here to establish both of your alibis. Can you walk us through what happened after Amy had everyone leave the dining car? Of course, it's simple. We just explained this to Amy, actually. When we were all sent off, Rouge, Blaze, Shadow, and Sonic all passed through this library car, where Amy and told me and SBO to say it. Wait, hold on. Oh, let's look at that place. Okay, so dining car, then saloon, then the library, then the casino, then the music room, then the conductor's room. Okay. I promptly picked a book off the shelf and made myself comfortable. Vector got bored, so he left to see what Knuckles was up to in the saloon car. Yep. Where was Rouge? What happened to her lipstick stain on a cup at the saloon car? Rouge came over to the library car, seemingly looking for something. Then she went to search the saloon car. She came back shortly after. We heard her shout, "No way," at the butcher's stand over there. But she left back to the casino car before Shadow came through and locked the door. Whatever she found, she's obviously been on the hunt for something. After Rouge left, Shadow walked through the casino car. Then he entered the library car and locked the door behind him. Most importantly, why would Shadow have been locking doors? Shadow walked through the library car into the saloon car, where Knuckles and I were playing games. He insisted on showing us up at Monkey Ball. I got so engrossed by rolling action, I hardly noticed when Shadow left the saloon car. I guess he walked through the library to the casino car again, locking the door behind him. Then he returned to the lounge car where he was meant to be stationed. Then Vector came back. We realized Knuckles locked the door to the saloon car. We were stuck in the library car. That's when the train sped up. We were worried about bookshelving following us, but we got through it alright. We sat trapped here until Amy arrived asking questions. She's the one that told us someone murdered Sonic. And yeah, that's all that happened. With all these locked doors, it seems Vector or SBO couldn't have left the library car or the saloon car. Thank you both for your cooperation. We're just gonna peek around and we'll return with any questions. If you return with any meat, I'll chop it in for you. And if you'd like to be serenaded with a poem, I've got you covered too. Thanks, guys. Their alibis seem solid enough, but we still should search for clues. What we're looking for is any evidence that proves what they're saying is true. We need to confirm Vector's reason for leaving his post and determine if Espio was actually in the library car reading. A tall ask, but we can do it. Let's go to the bottom of this, Tails. Absolutely. A lot of books on the floor. Wow, wish I could stop and look at all these books. But Sonic needs me. No time to rest. Alright, let's move on then. Well, I mean, a little peek wouldn't hurt. He's scavenging through all the books titles excitedly. He's a kid in a candy shop, or in this case, a genius in a train library. That's odd. I know some books have fallen out of the floor and everything, but every book on these shelves is in alphabetical order, but this one. The Mirage Express Manual. The user guide to the Mirage Express Manual, the train that we're currently on. Do you think someone found it on the ground and put it back? Maybe, but it's interesting. Let's make a note of this. It's been added to my inventory. What's this bright red book? Oh, yuck. It reeks of the evil scientist, Dr. Eggman. Yep, it's his autobiography and recipe book. What kind of recipes? Who cares? I wouldn't trust any book he's written. It's weird this is even here. Maybe people just appreciate an omelet. You may not be wrong. A globe of our marvelous planet. I haven't traveled around much. The islands are fun and all, but I love to visit some countries. There's a lot of fun, honestly. Plenty of wonderful people and shops. The food can't be beat either. Sounds perfect for a vacation. The conductor was always talking about Spangonia, if you've ever been there. I have, actually. If you're ever visiting, be sure to stop at the university and say hi to Professor Pickle. He'll tell you everything about the area and makes one scrumptious sandwich. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. This group knows everyone and has been everywhere, haven't they? Something's always hidden in the trash. Let's check here. I hate to say it, but there's nothing here. I really thought there'd be something there. Crazy, are you sad there was nothing in the trash bin? No, I'm alright. I'm sure this will be something hidden in the next trash bin we find. You really think so? Yeah, we gotta stay optimistic. Yeah, okay. These trash bins hide a secret, I'm sure of it. You're pretty unconventional, Crazy, but I like that. What was that supposed to be? A compliment? What does unconsequential mean, Crazy? Unconventional, I mean.
Okay, what does conventional mean?
I don't know.
Up to date.
Oh. Okay, that sounds cool. That makes sense.
That's what I think it means. Otherwise, it could be completely wrong. That's English.
Bowser, Jack Black is Bowser. Really cool. Love it.
And remember, it's suck in English.
Alright, what else am I looking for? Books on the floor. So many books on the ground. I wish we had time to pick them all up. I sadly have no interest in picking up these books. A lot of these were knocked out by the train speeding up. But Rouge pulled a lot of these out too, searching for something. What reckless behavior. I feel sorry for the poor books. The spines are creasing. They've been opened too far. This kid feels empathy for everything. Yay! Fancy a poem? Can I get a poem about space? I've made it up to space with my beloved antique face, but a mistake in my haste dropped a vase from my embrace, so my antique I must now replace. What caused you to drop the vase? Don't read too deeply, it's just a poem. He hasn't thought it through, has it? Can I take your word? I have a poem about this. My starved stomach babbled, though I ignore my grumbling tummy, for the eggs I received are scrambled when I asked for eggs sunny. Oh wow, we don't serve any eggs on the train though. My talent is wasted on you lot. A child hangs precariously from a tree branch. The large text below reads hang in there. Wow, I really needed to see this. This little child's hanging there, refusing to use his wings to fly safely, because choosing the hard way is often the most rewarding. That's beautiful. If this child can stick to his principles and find strength, then I can too. There's no way there was that much thought put into this poster. Right? Ooh, brochures. There are a lot of travel destination ideas like here, like amusement parks, caverns, hotels, restaurants. Oh! Crazy, look at this. There's a couple of maps here. This seems to be a map of the library card. The books are categorized by genre, which are listed here. I have a good overhead map. Let's take a look. It's included in my library. Should we take this brochure about a cave too? Look, there's stalactites. Nah, leave it. Oh, that's fair. Nobody shares my fondness for caves. Alright, let's go ahead. Huh. This is interesting. Shadow supposedly walked through the library car before going into the saloon car. When Shadow left the library, he locked the door on his way out. There's gotta be a reason he's doing this. Should we make a note of it? Yeah, I do believe we should. I think we found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Victor and SPO to find out what really happened. Fancy a poem? What'll it be? About trains. Locomotive in motion. The window, I think I lost my lotion. The window shows the ocean. Oh wait, there's my lotion. I don't think that rhymes. I don't think that rhymes, Crazy. It does? Okay. Locomotive in motion. I think I lost my lotion. The window shows the ocean. Oh wait, there's my lotion. I guess. But it's a poem. It's poetry.
It's real rough, but yeah.
Poetry. Thanks. I actually really like that one. Huh? Did you hear the one that he talked about when he was in space? That one was different. Let's start the interrogation. So, the two of you don't believe us, eh? It's not that I don't trust either of you, but I wouldn't be a proper detective without examining the validity of your alibi. Crazy and I are here to confirm two things. Why Vector left to go play games with Knuckles, and if SBO really was reading in the library card. Vector, we'll start with you. Why did you leave the library card to visit Knuckles? We prepared the present evidence if Oh wait, I completely forgot to talk to Vector and see what funny stuff he had to say. Oh well. Oh, that's easy. I got bored. What? I wasn't entertaining him enough, it seems. Vector enjoys being social. Plus, we're instructed to mingle. I remembered the arcade machine in the saloon car, so I figured I'd go check it out. This seems to line up with the information we gathered with Knuckles. Then that brings our attention to you, SBO. Rouge entered the library car, found something, then left. You said that you immediately started reading, but were you actually reading the entire time you were in the library car? Of course he was.
Oh,
Yeah, I know, right? Of course he was. Once Espio starts reading, he doesn't stop till it's done. I've seen it happen. It must have been a good read. What was the book? Espio doesn't owe you that, detective. Let the man live. What if it was something embarrassing? What kind of things do you think I read? If you don't want to talk, I have a hunch of what the book might be. In today's cover, NYPD rolls out snitch bots to patrol subways, monitor criminals. I don't know. That sounds like a backup. Crazy, could you help me out? Alright, Crazy. What book do you think Espio might have been reading? This one. The manual. A manual? You think Espio was reading instructions? What argument could you possibly have to support this? I need to collect 40 rings. Alright! I got an idea. There are books scattered all around the floor, sure, but the remaining books on the shelves were all in alphabetical order. All except this manual, meaning someone, at the very least, picked the manual up and put it back in the incorrect place. This lack of attention to detail isn't normally like you, Espio. Hey now, I won't have you insulting my pal like this. Calm down, Vector. I know you mean well, but I can handle myself. Apologies, Espio. A butcher and a poet. Friendship can form anywhere. That is indeed the book I was reading. The Mirage Express manual. Trains are cool. In that case, we'd like to ask you a few questions about the manual. Crazy, if you don't mind. Could you ask Espio some questions about the manual? Just flip the page and ask away. Oh, I see. Quiz Espio about the manual to prove he read it. Which page should I question him? Let's go to page 362. Wow. Okay, what efficient and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless? Robotic arms. During events, they can perform a variety of tasks and are responsible for cleaning up trash and messes afterwards. I remember the conductor saying the train can clean itself. Though, I have a feeling the train company just didn't want to hire any cameras. The robotic arms can also detect weapons and explosives being brought onto the train, ensuring passenger safety. Seems like Espio aced the question. Crazy, hit him with another one. Okay, which page should I choose? Let's choose 89. The Mirage Express's cancellation policy? No refund, and you'll be charged as a no-show fee. This does not apply if you're over the age of 65. Gee, the person who made this rule must have been over 65. Last one, Crazy. Let's see if Espio can go 3 for 3. Gotcha, which page should I pick last? Let's go 402. What was implemented to support the conductor duties and ease general train obligations? An intelligent data processing system. It works in tandem with the conductor to assure smooth travel for the guests. I remember this. The train has an autopilot, but it can't access its full sight of capabilities without the conductor present. Now, did I pass your little test? Yes, totally. It's wild you were able to retain all of this information so quickly. A poet's brain is often surprising. I don't know if I'd be bragging about that. You've clearly read the manual. These answers feel far too specific to be guesses. And you both had the nerve to question my buddy like that. Don't you want to be supporting folks who read? You have to admit though, reading the entire time a murder occurred does sound a bit suspicious, even if it's true. But you answered all the questions so calmly. That's very impressive. No, I understand everyone's cautious attitudes. Vector was the only one to see me reading after all. My alibi is hard to substantiate despite being the truth. Well, you definitely read through the manual, and so I suppose we can... Espio, is that true? What, Vector was the only one to see you reading? Yes, that's correct. Problem? Frankly, I don't believe that can be true, and we have evidence to back it up. Crazy Racer? He always puts me on the spot. Okay, Crazy, think. We should have a piece of evidence linked to someone who saw Espio reading, but what? Here, let's try Shadow's lock. Shadow's lock? Please, pray tell, what this has to do with anything? We're up, Crazy. Let's get our arguments together. Fuck. Alright!
I don't know, about an hour.
Okay, Crazy, have fun.
I gotta take her swing out and put her swing together and shit like that.
I understand. Have fun, Crazy.
Oh, sure.
Shadow.
I'll be back.
Okay. Shadow walked through the library car to get to the saloon car, where he set the original high score on the arcade machine. Yeah, but I ended up beating it. It wasn't the high score for long. Rocks are natural gamers. Espio said he saw Shadow enter the library car, but he's mentioned nothing about Shadow's return. He only mentions that Vector came back. When Shadow left Knuckles and Vector in the saloon car, Espio was fully seated reading his book for a good while at this point. We know Shadow had to walk back through the library car when he left the saloon car. So there's absolutely no way Shadow and Espio didn't notice one another on Shadow's return trip. I mean, it was a simple slip-up. I was just fully immersed in my book that I didn't notice Shadow. You're telling me the sound of doors opening and locking wouldn't have caused you to look up? Well, I see. I can sense Espio's desperation here. Defending the argument that he was reading the entire time isn't easy. So if you didn't see Shadow returning from the saloon car to lock up all the doors, then at that moment, were you really in the library car at all? But how could Espio would leave? Try to lock all the doors and no one saw Espio in the saloon car. It's a mystery, my dear Crazy, one that I would love for Espio to solve. You gotta believe me. That cool demeanor is vanishing. I was so involved with my book I didn't notice Shadow pass back through the library car, honest. When Vector returned, he even had to tap me on the shoulder to get my attention. Yeah, I think I remember doing that. I must avenge my friend's death. So I'll ask you again, Espio. If you weren't there for Shadow to see you reading, then how did you leave the library car? I wasn't. I didn't. Why doesn't this seem right to me? Till definitely feels like he's onto something, but I don't see it. Was Espio simply sitting reading, or did he somehow vanish to not notice Shadow's return to the library? What should I do? I'm gonna join you, Tails. No, I can't interrupt Tails when he's onto something. I'll just let him continue this line of questioning and... Crazy. My favorite and beloved employee, please, protect the passengers on board this train. They must be taken care of. If you fail, the lawsuits will be torturous. Don't allow such an old, feeble soul to get sued. I have to make sure our guests are taken care of. I have to speak up. Tails. We have a piece of evidence that can answer all of our problems. Alright, my fellow associate, lay it on me. What piece of evidence shows the Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another? Excuse me. Library map. Alright, now let's get my thoughts in order. Think. Skills. The library map? Oh, I see. See the exits? They're right across from one another. A straight path. If Shadow walked down this straight path, there's a way Espio and Shadow couldn't have seen one another. Looks like you have a point about where exactly on the map you mean. Where could Espio have been for Shadow to not see him? No, because, like, he would be able to see him if he was there. I'm thinking on this corner right here, probably. That's a bookcase. I think Shadow would have noticed if it was climbing on one of the walls he walked through. Yeah, I thought so. I gotta think. Shoot. For Shadow not being able to walk into the library, right here, let's guess. Interesting. That's where I was sitting reading my book. I can second this. When I returned from the saloon car, Espio was in the same spot. That confirms it then. You see, Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another from this spot because a bookcase is in the way. There's no way Shadow could have seen Espio, or vice versa. That makes a lot of sense why you never mentioned Shadow's return, Espio. There's just no way you could have seen him. I apologize for losing my cool back there. I felt like I was grasping despite telling the truth. Now you're gonna believe your alibi isn't the most airtight, but I have no further points. Thank you both for answering all our questions. We did it! Another pair of alibis validated. I wouldn't believe that, honestly. Espio is still a little bit strange. Cause I'm like, there's too much time where no one would have seen him. Even if Shadow were to see him. Like, it's just a split second, and I don't think they're the people to talk to each other for very long. So something's not right there. I don't believe that. Too many locked doors to worry about, but I'm glad everything straightened itself out in the end. Well, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna crash here for a bit. These chairs are so comfy. Likewise, I could use a breather. Sadly, our work isn't done. I have plenty of questions for Rouge and especially Shadow. Oh, it seems the next door of the car is open. Emmy must have kept it open while she was passing through earlier. And that's our cue to leave. See you later, Vector and SBL. Give him heck. And if you need any meat chopped up, say the word. I keep my poetry sharp for you both. A murderer is on the loose, while doors keep getting locked. Tick-tock goes the clock, while our heroes are in the caboose. At this point, I'm feeling pretty confident in our detective abilities. We're really doing this. Come on, Crazy. Let's see what's next. Coming! Bring me any meat to slice up? No, I'm sure we will actually. I'm not sure we will actually. Your loss. May the breeze drift toward your success. A one-sentence poem for you. Are italics enough to qualify as a poem? Hey, wait, how are you supposed to know that was all italics? Did you break the fourth wall there? Alright. You sure you don't want to stay and take a look at the greatest books a little longer? The mystery calls. Okay, the investigation continues.